What is up, everybody? How's it going? I hope you are having a fantastic day. And in my last video, we talked about the Beast Tamer and how I felt as the game went on, the Beast Tamer kind of lost value due to dragons and beasts losing a lot of their power. And that's kind of one of the key things, and it's more of a support class for those classes. And, a lot of people were saying how Lobber is one of the greatest things since sliced bread, and it gives the Beast Tamer access to all these debuffs and abilities and bombs and all this awesome stuff that just really makes the Beast Tamer excel and, be a cut above the rest. Well, let me tell you that, did you know, the Ranger, our boy Vice here, gets the exact same skill, which means he's just as viable as a Beast Tamer, other than he just can't recruit things. You know what I'm saying? And he does a lot more too, I feel. I feel that I gave the Ranger class in general a lot of hate previously. In my previous videos, talked about how it was one of the most suboptimal, worst classes you could play, and all these other things. And I've kind of changed my tune a little bit. I've played it a little bit more, optimized the build a little bit better, gave him more of a chance, and let me tell you, it's pretty nice. And I think a lot of people hate the Ranger just because we don't like Vice. Because Vice is kind of one of those characters, you either love him or you hate him, and most people hate him. So when you get his exclusive class, besides him and Azilton getting the Ranger, you kind of have this innate ability to kind of be like, I don't like that, I'm not using that. So that's kind of why I think I hated the Ranger too a little bit. I kind of had this bias towards the character that was the Ranger, So what do I mean is so great about the Ranger, that I kind of changed my mind, or had a change of heart, you could say, about how I feel about the Ranger class? Well, I like to call him the Rescue Ranger. And you might be like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Well, somebody, I apologize to forget who you were, in the chat, in the comments, they said they called him Rescue Ranger Vice. And I was like, that is the greatest name I've ever heard, and I'm running with that the rest of my life. So kudos to you. Shout out to whoever recommended that name to me. I apologize for not remembering your name. But that is what we call him. And with the dual dagger build, which somebody did recommend, I love daggers now. I used to kind of not like daggers, and I feel like Stop is one of the greatest debuffs that you can get, in a way, because it's just so good. And, I do kind of like the double attack, because it does allow, Vice or Ranger to put out some decent damage. It's not great, but always double attacking. The fact that it's, just always available and always useful is really good. And Lobber, like you guys said, like many people said about Beast Tamer, they said, you can throw bombs, you can throw debuffs, you can throw heals. There's so much utility, so much great things you can do with the Beast Tamer. And recruit beasts and empower your dragons. And like I said, the problem I had with Empower was it was a one-turn thing. You had to be near the Beast Tamer. It does get a little bit better with levels, but at the end of the day, like everybody knows, beasts fall off. You're not using a Beast Tamer late game. I mean, you might be, but I don't know why. Because if you're running beasts, everybody knows anything. In CODA, really late game content, you're not running beasts. You're just not. You're not running dragons. You're not running beasts. They don't scale, especially when you're fighting enemies 10, 15, 20 levels higher than you. Meanwhile, Vice can still be useful in those situations. Yeah, he's a little squishy. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot going on. But he does have Lobber. And Lobber seems to be a major contention point for why people prefer, the Beast Tamer and like the Beast Tamer. And I get it. I was a big Beast Tamer fan way back, before the Beast Tamer was even cool. I even made Denim a Beast Tamer first on accident, and kind of regretted that, but we don't talk about our past mistakes of making Denim a Beast Tamer for like 3 battles and then realizing this isn't a good idea. But yeah, I just wanted to bring attention to the Ranger and tell you guys, hey, don't underestimate the Ranger, don't undervalue him. Still a pretty decent class. Is it average? Probably, but if we're going to talk about Lobber and how great Lobber is, the birds agree. The birds are beyond excited. They love the Ranger. They love Rangers, that's Bird 101. So if we're going to be talking about Lobber and how great it is, we have to give Ranger the recognition it deserves. It does offer a viable way to get Lobber and still have other useful options available. What the heck that guy like? Well, we ain't getting that loot. Anyway, I mean, I know loot's auto pickup, but, at the end of battle. But anyway, I just wanted to say, hey, if you hate the Ranger or don't like the Ranger, maybe mess around with it, change a few of the weapons, change some of the build around. You might find out that with Lobber, you can do a lot of crazy things. I mean, I've had Ranger be my main healer. Yeah, Ranger heals better than a Cleric. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I can heal further away. I can do so much more. I know. It's a crazy concept, crazy thought to think that Ranger is a better healer, but it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. What are classes you guys have changed your mind on that you thought weren't good or thought were good? Because everybody knows as you play a game, you learn more, you see more, and you realize that some early impressions were wrong, other ideas you had were not as good, and here on and so forth. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out.